Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Miska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central. So a few days ago, Gandalf the Grey, also known as Hex and Roses on Twitter, tweeted at us asking for a video on tilting. We feel like this is a very appropriate time to make a video on that topic, so here we are. Every now and then we all have a horrible game of Overwatch in which everything possible has gone wrong and all our teammates were bad and threw the game. Well, at least that's what you think for a few seconds after the match before you realise that you're probably just angry, upset or tilted. I'm sure pretty much all of you watching can relate to this, hence why we wanted to discuss it in today's video. There's also a fair bit to it as well, and also what makes it unique to Overwatch's case. We'll be telling you why exactly, giving you some tips on how to deal with it, and then also read some of the community responses toward the end of the video. But let's get into it.
To begin with, Overwatch is in a bit of a unique situation in terms of people tilting. Over 15 million people have bought the game and play it in very different ways. Overwatch can be played quite casually, but also at a very high skill level. Due to this, and also due to all of the players' previous backgrounds in video games, a lot of new people have been introduced to the fast-paced and highly competitive environment that ranked Overwatch brings. Some of these people have not solo queued in ranked, in a MOBA or FPS before, and will have an even harder time at first when trying to deal with tilt and so on. Overall, there's essentially a very wide range of players with different experiences and backgrounds, which makes for a lot of different reactions to frustrating games. But people will always get upset about something, and matchmaking will never be perfect either, so really we just have to take it for what it is and deal with it.
There are many ways to deal with it, but first up I want to quickly talk about how it affects people. There's only so much you can do about tilting. It's pretty much normal to get frustrated over something you care about and heavily interested in, but it only becomes a problem when you allow it to become a problem and have it hinder your ability to take in, analyse and understand your own mistakes. The moment it gets in the way of you focusing on the game and actually improving, you need to do something about it. Only you can realise when this happens as well, so please take action and don't let it affect any people you're playing with, because then everybody will just have a bad time. We used to have pretty bad examples of tilting when playing on the Discord in like the closed beta and stuff, but the situation has got a lot better over time as everybody has learned how to deal with tilt and frustration a lot better. But anyway, let's move on to talking about how to do exactly that.
Right, so first up is probably one of the most useful and essential tips for cooling off when tilted, and that is simply taking a short break. Whether it's just to go get some water, you might be off to the toilet, or maybe you're taking a longer break, either way it helps to get your mind off that shitty match you just had. This has helped me a lot in Overwatch, but also in other games, but the important thing is to remember that the last thing you want to do if you're really upset is just to queue again right as you're back in the main menu, hoping for a better next game. You'll still have that frustrating feeling in you, and you'll start off the game on the wrong foot essentially, and this can lead to losing even more, beginning a sort of negative downward spiral. If you're not too upset though, you can try and take a step back and do a bit of post-game analysis on your own performance. A coach or friend that was with you in the game can obviously help you with this, since you get another perspective on the whole thing. This might help you realize that you made some mistakes of your own that you shouldn't have made, allowing you to focus on improving and fixing those mistakes rather than blaming someone else or being frustrated about the loss in itself. Finally, let's have a look at some community reactions from Twitter. We went on Twitter and asked you guys how you deal with tilt during or after a match, and these are some of the responses. First up is @LKA_squatty with "a coffee break helps very much. Not only can you take the time to enjoy the break, but that caffeine boost will get you on track again." And yeah, I feel like having a refreshing drink, cold or hot or whatever, is a really good way of focusing on something else for a second. Anyway, well, let's move on to the next one. We have @cyborg_OW saying either take a quick breather, play quick play, or just switch to a different game. Peggle has always been a game to calm me down. And yeah, this is also a good suggestion. Maybe just go into Hearthstone or into quick play with a stack of people and just try to have some fun and get your mind off it that way. I mean, you don't necessarily need to stop playing the game. You really just need to get out of the cycle of queuing again and hoping for a better one. Anyway, next is @Jalen_Nellage. And they say, I go through with the match and then I just vent to some friends or go to the practice range and hit some drones to blow off steam. And yeah, this is also an option for sure. Going to the practice range and just picking up another hero might help you get motivated to try out another hero and will get your mind off that last game, but will probably also motivate you to play another hero or just to keep playing overall. And sometimes I feel super motivated to try out a hero that I haven't played in a while or something. So yeah, good tip for sure. Next is @GerardWolf, who says, my friends have a separate Discord channel that they throw people into when the person gets tilted. And I think this is a great idea. I haven't thought of this before, but you should just have a channel where you go to like sort of cool off. It also takes the seriousness out of it a little bit and allows that player there to take a step back and maybe laugh at the situation a little bit. So yeah, it's actually a pretty decent, good, quick distraction. I think I'm gonna start implementing this for sure. And last but not least, we have @AminRSeth, who's telling us to equip the Pachimari spray and then you start teabag after every kill on your spray to show dominance and your tilt will go away. And I mean, maybe this works for some people. I haven't tried it myself, so I can't say for sure. But yeah, I recommend you to go and try it out, I guess.
And that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. Do let us know your tips on relaxing and tilting less in Overwatch Competitive in the comments below. And thanks again for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time.